Welcome to the A to Z Christian Life Radio Podcast, supporting the kingdom, promoting the kingdom, and having fun while doing it. And now, let's welcome your host, Nick and ShaLonda Allen.
America!
Hey, family!
What's going on?
It's Thursday night.
Oh yeah. Yo, we got an excellent show for you guys tonight.
We do.
We have our guest, Ashanti Pitts and Casuel Pitts.
Yes,
Amen.
y'all. Yes, y'all.
They're gonna be an exciting couple today. They're gonna be talking about entrepreneurial ventures that they have going on, and also, I believe, talking about getting your credit and all that kind of good stuff going, man.
Well, wealth and healthy marriage is the topic tonight, you guys. And let me start off. First of all, we're so excited about our guests. We are. And but we want to just welcome you all. And y'all, we missed y'all. It's been 2 whole weeks since we seen them last.
We were off.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. How y'all doing? Are y'all sharing? Are y'all tagging your friends and your family to get on this show tonight? And look, don't let the word marriage keep you from listening tonight.
That's true.
Listen, just because there is a married couple on does not mean that single people should not be listening. That is insane to think that you are not a part of this conversation. You should be listening to those kind of conversations, okay? So please, we're talking about wealth and healthy marriage. If you are single, y'all, you want to hear testimonies. You want to know what a healthy marriage looks like. Believe me, you want to know. So,
Amen.
All right. So share, tag, all that good stuff, good stuff. Bring them on in the room. And as you're coming in, say what's up. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know, how you doing. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Yo, so do we bring our big news? Can we officially announce it? Because we want people to vote. Right?
Oh, yes.
Right?
We are. Yes. You had me worried. I'm like, what's the big news? I mean,
hey, if you ain't got no big news, I ain't got no big news.
I was concerned. I was concerned. I didn't know what was happening. We got talking about healthy marriage, and then you was like, "Well, hear about the big news? What you gonna do?"
No, not nothing like that. Nothing like that. Yo, we are nominated for a Spin Award.
Yes.
A Spin Award. Yo,
yes.
We haven't even been doing the podcast that long. But
on Praise,
shocked.
Yeah, well, on Praise.fm, yeah.
That we got nominated for a Spin Award. So
yes,
that's excellent news. But yo, we do not win any category because we got 2 nominations.
Yes,
of course, and then Praise FM, of course, they have several nominations. But our show, our little old podcast, we have 2 nominations.
Best variety show and podcast.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna win if don't nobody vote.
You gotta vote. Gotta vote.
So you gotta go vote.
Now, while you in there voting for us, please make sure you show love to the Rain and Stars show, the Momentum Shift.
Sure.
Okay. And, Dr. Lady Rain, we filling up all these categories, you guys. I mean, it is lit. So, we want to see you all at the Spin Awards. So definitely, please make sure you vote. You vote. All right. Everyone's checking in. We got Dr. Dre. Hey, yes, the anointed Quandra Banks is on. Yo, family.
All right.
Yes. Yes, she was an anointed woman of God. And do stay tuned because we are going to play her single that she has out. We Cry Out as we end the show tonight. So please make sure you stay tuned to hear that as well.
Also, if you want to see Quandra Banks, the interview that she did with On the Couch with Nick ShaLonda, you can also tune in and go look at that interview too, because that was a fire interview.
It was
straight fire.
Yes, dope testimony. You guys, so let's get started because the time goes so fast, and I know that the Pitts have a plethora of information for us. So I'm gonna keep it 100. I have been following them both. I suggest you guys get a pen and paper. I suggest you get a pen and paper and take notes. We're talking about wealth and healthy marriage. I mean, there's so much in there, and I guarantee you're going to walk away with some powerful nuggets tonight. So without further ado, we'd like to introduce to you all Dr. Ashanti Pitts and Dr. Casuel Pitts, y'all.
Yes.
Snap them on in the room, you know? Yeah, it's what we do. It's what we do.
Amen.
Yes. Hey, we got Chris Bird. Hey, you guys.
What's going on?
All right.
Hey, I just want to say, I know we have our guest, but I just want to say the dopest first name that I've ever heard probably in my whole entire life is the name Casuel. That is the dopest name.
It is.
Yo, I'm like, I want to go back to my mom and dad and be like, hey, can y'all just rename me? Can I be Casual Allen? How are you guys doing?
Yes.
We are amazing. We are amazing.
Glad to be here with you guys, and congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all go vote now. Everybody that's watching, vote now.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes, show some love. We will make sure the link is in the comments. You guys vote. All right, you guys, I don't know where to begin because it's all, I know it's just so much and I'm excited. But first I want everyone to get to know who you all are. So we can start off by introducing, who you all are, what you do, just for the people who are just meeting you all tonight.
Queen.
Well, thank you, Dr. Pitts.
That's the way you do it. That's the way, my
Listen, okay. So Dr. Ashanti Pitts, I am a global humanitarian, recent recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award from the President of the United States, President Joe Biden. Also, thank you guys. Also recently inducted into the Global Who's Who platform, which was really an amazing thing. And then they call your girl the credit guru, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
About it. And then just one more thing I just wanted to share with you guys is that I'm also known as the single mom motivator. So although I'm married to my wonderful husband, Dr. Casuel Pitts, being the owner and founder of a nonprofit for single moms, I've been able to impact single moms in every single state in the US, in 10 countries across the globe, which earned me my global humanitarian notoriety. So
wow, look at God.
Yes,
wow. Yes.
And manager, I know I'm a manager of talent too.
Oh, come on. Come on now.
Now, who's some of the artists that you manage?
Well, of course, you guys know Quandra Banks.
Yes.
Y'all, listen, super talented, super anointed, as well as Ahmad. Who,
unforgettable. Yes.
He was on the show too.
Energy like no other.
I mean, like, but he's the one I gotta be like, okay, pipe it down, sir. Please pipe it down.
And look, he made me go to sleep after the show. I was exhausted with him. I was like, oh Lord.
I love that energy.
Mad energy.
And then I'm also a political campaign manager for a couple of politicians. So I got a lot of hats, things going on. But I'm excited because I'm a servant at heart.
Yes.
God has anointed me to connect people with people, so it works out.
Amen. Yes. You guys, we have Queen here in our presence. All right.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. I just won the state title for Mrs. Georgia Black International. So I just got the crown and title for the state.
Yes.
What?
Congratulations.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations.
Man, congratulations. That's so dope.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Lord, Ashanti, I just want to. When we get off, I might need some personal mentorship.
Got you.
We can continue.
God.
Well, let me start with all of my accolades. No, I'm just joking. Listen, I am, I just want to just narrow it down. Really, I'm a servant of God. Period.
Man.
I let my wife have the platform. She can exonerate the accolades. For me, if you want to know what I do and who I am, just Google my name. Dr. Casuel Pitts.
Come on.
You'll get all of that. But for the most part, tonight, I want, as always, God to get the glory. So he's the one. If I wouldn't be here, nothing that I do is me, all him. So I'm just a servant. You know, I love people, love helping people. And I'm looking forward to doing that tonight with just giving information and advice from the downloads that God gives me on tonight. So that's who I am.
All right. That's how you say it, man of God.
Awesome.
Listen, Google me. Okay. Google the man of God, y'all. All right. Dr. Casuel Pitts. Okay. All right. So let's start off definitely with your testimony. I was not aware about the Single Mother Foundation. So I do want to hear about, both of your testimonies and then as to how we found each other, right?
Yeah. How'd you guys get together? What was the road? What was the road that led you guys together as a couple?
Go ahead, Kaz. You go ahead and let him. It takes you to tell the story. Yeah, he's such an amazing storyteller.
So I really do love telling this story. So actually, my business partner, former linebacker of the Baltimore Ravens, Ray Lewis, who's the president of one of my companies that I control. In 2017, you guys know that the Atlanta Falcons had played the New England Patriots in Houston, Texas. And we were actually at that game, and Ashanti's best friend, her name is Haley. She said, "Hey, I got somebody that I really want to introduce you to. I think that you guys would just be a great fit," right? As far as and she led with business. So it wasn't like a great fit for a relationship. It was more, I think you guys would do great together in business, right? She does credit, and I know you talk about credit. So I think there's some synergy there all the time, not knowing she was setting us up, right? So fast forward about 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, I get a phone call. She connects me and Ashanti. It's a three-way, right? So she's now the third wheel. She's making the introduction. And then all of a sudden she drops a line by saying, "Oh girl, he cute too." And then when she said that, Ashanti was like, "Oh, okay." As she always do. She was like, "Well, send me a picture." So the whole time we're sending each other's pictures, and then we like, oh. So we said that to each other. So we was like, "Haley, we no longer need you at this point. We think we'll kind of take it from here."
Right, we got this.
We got this. So literally, the very next month, March 2nd, Ashanti had a surgery, and I surprised her by showing up just to support her for her surgery on March 2nd in 2017. And that was it. That was all it took was just, showing up, being present, supporting her in, through her surgery. And after that was it, man. A couple months after that, we got married, and we didn't waste no time, so.
Wow.
That's kind of how we met.
That's
I
awesome.
love it. One of the things I was telling Nick, I said, something that I know about the Pitts, that they get married every year. Yes. Yeah. So how did you guys come up with that?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me, that would be me. When it comes to, just this love thing, I just have a thing for it when it comes to it. So I told Ashanti, I'm not a traditional person. I don't live by man's laws, right? I lead by the way God shows me. One of the ways that I knew that I had to do what I had to do as far as for marrying Ashanti every year is because I remember when I asked God, "How do I love your daughter?" And that was the question that I asked in order for me to get everything that I needed to remain a good husband, right? And one of the things came out is that you're gonna have to refresh this thing on an ongoing basis. And this is what I came to the conclusion to understand, is that a good marriage isn't something you find. It's something you make, and you have to keep on making, right?
Awesome.
So like I explained to her, we will get married every year. I'll buy you a ring every year. And because I made that commitment, God has blessed our marriage to where we are capable and able to do that, right? Where we're able to have our own little marriage ceremony in locations and places. This year, we were honored to have it in Puerto Rico. Next year we're looking to have it possibly either in Jamaica or Cancun. So every year we've been together now 5 years, and we've been married, and all 5 years we've married each other over and over again. And I look forward to doing that for 100 more years plus. So
now, right, and I just wanted to say this because some people have asked him, like, why are you doing that? And he came, I mean, the response that he gave was prolific. He was like, you have a birthday every year. Do you celebrate that? And they were like, yeah, I do celebrate my birthday every year. And so he was like, it's the same thing with marriage. It's like a new birth every year.
Wow.
And it's like a renewing of a covenant that you're reminded of. Just, you celebrate your life every year. So why would you not celebrate your union or your covenant every year? And it's not, it doesn't have to be expensive. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It can be the same as it would cost for a birthday party.
No, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the truth. Wow. Yeah. Right. And that's the truth. And we do turn up on birthdays.
We do.
And you think about it, but why is it that, when it comes to, the idea of renewing your covenant every year, it seems almost too much, right? But no, that's the way you should do it.
Yeah.
It's powerful.
And when you think about the concept of it, I want you guys to think about what tradition looks like, mm-hmm. right? Tradition looks like every 5 to 10 years. Mm-hmm. And the problem that I had with that is that, are you telling me that I have to wait that long to express how much I'm still in love with you? Man. Within that 5 to 10 year time frame, I mean, it's relationship, right? We're gonna have our disagreements. Right. So because we know that we're gonna go through our disagreements, our debates, we're gonna agree to disagree in certain angles or certain areas. Why would I want to hold on to that, especially if I haven't gotten it out or I may have kept something in? My goal is I want to eradicate that and erase that by letting you know every year that I will remarry you over. This is how much I'm in love with you, because I want to make sure that I think what happens is, guys, is that we don't reset enough.
Come on.
In our marriages, which is the reason, because we get so comfortable. We get so complacent. Listen, I date my wife every Tuesday. We have family night every Wednesday. Yeah. And every weekend we watch movies. It's our time. That's like we have it mandated that these are our designated times for us to always keep that flame lit at any given time. And just think about a fireplace, right? You at sometimes from time to time you have to take the stick and move the wood around in order for the fire to stay burning. Right. However, if you don't move it around, the fire will eventually die out.
That's right.
So for me, I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving that wood.
Hey man, keep moving that wood.
Dr. Casuel, how did you know that she was the one for you? And then I'm going to ask the same question to Dr. Ashanti. How did you know that he was the one for you?
So I knew that Ashanti was the one for me when she showed me the support level that she was willing to just give me. And for me, I'm a cheat date, right? All you got to do is just really show me that you love me. And that's what she did. She showed me that she loved me. And when I say that, I want you guys to understand what I mean when I say love, right? Because a lot of people use that word and say, well, Dr. Pitts is vague. However, love has an acronym that's so powerful. People don't understand really what holds that acronym together. And I'm going to bless you guys with it. Love is life, obsession, value, and eternity. So because God has allowed me to live my life and go through my trial and error, he brought this woman into my life to where I became obsessed with her. And once I became obsessed with her, he taught me how to value her. And when he taught me how to value her, that's when eternity took place, right? So that's how I knew that Ashanti was the one for me.
So Dr. Casuel Pitts came on this show and gave us a whole nother definition for love right quick.
Yes, he did.
And showed his ring at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna put that out there. I know y'all just noticed that he just did that. He did that. That was dope. And I'm gonna play it back, and I'm gonna make sure that's in the comments. Somebody put that in the comments. The L was for
life. The O
O
was for obsession. The V was for value, and the E was for eternity.
Oh man, that's dope. That's
See,
dope.
I'm getting ready to hit Nick on the arm. That was so good. That was good. Look at the
That was dope. That was dope.
Definitely.
Yes.
Dr. Ashanti,
Yes.
how did you know that this man named Casuel was the one for you?
Man, you know what? What's crazy, and I wanna just be transparent and share this for
Please.
those that are watching that they're in their bounce back season. So here's the thing. I was in previous relationships, and like he said, the V stands for value. And I remember coming to a place in life, and I was like, you know what, God, I don't even know if marriage is for me. But if it is, this is what I feel like it should look like. And I remember just like crying out to God, because I was just like, I don't want to be with just anybody. I don't want to build somebody. I don't want to build for somebody. I want somebody that we can build together. And because I had always been somebody that was successful, I always attracted people that, looked at that and was like, man, we could build major stuff together. And it was like, no, that God didn't send you. Like, who sent you?
Come on.
And so I remember giving God a specific list. And so Haley, my best friend, she's watching now. Haley, go ahead and be like, I'm here in the comments. So Haley, she's known me for over a decade. So she knew when she came and approached me about Dr. Casuel Pitts, it couldn't be no blind date. It couldn't be about a date, nothing. So that's why she was like, I got a business deal that I need you to close. And I'm like, dude, you're an international business consultant. You do it. Like, you don't need my help. You've been doing $1 billion deals. Right. And she kept at it. And so, when I gave in and we eventually connected, I knew that everything that I had laid prostrate, literally, I laid prostrate, and I had asked everything I had asked God for was everything that He was. And just real quick, because it came time for my birthday, for Him to celebrate my birthday. And y'all, this is gonna like blow somebody's mind. My very first birthday with Him, and every birthday since, He celebrates my birthday every single day of the whole entire month. Now, mind you, my birthday is the first week of December. But for the whole entire month, he celebrates my birthday. And so every day I was getting up and he was doing like, what do you call it? Scavenger hunts with the cars. It would be like, look in the kitchen, look under the couch, look. And so one day I found this card. I think it was like the 20th birthday card. And he was like, dear daughter of Zion, I love you. You are a royal priesthood. And he signed, it was all of this stuff. And he signed it, happy birthday, love God. And it was at that moment I began to just break down, because I understood this ain't your normal type of love. And so he said that he asked God, teach me and show me how to love my wife, because he didn't know everything that I had been through. I didn't share, all of the past stuff I had been through. He just knew that, he felt like I was well put together and that I was already established. And so he had no clue that he needed to love me back, into a complete restoration. So the way that he loved me let me know that God sent him. And that was the most important part, y'all. It's like people will come with a demonic agenda.
Yes.
And yet they look like an angel of light. And so here it is. He came extremely authentic. And there was nothing counterfeit. And from that day to this, he's never changed. I mean, I had that surgery back, like a week after we met? And he had to take care of me. Like, he had to yes. But you know what it let me know?
Come on. God heard
90
you.
years from now, when he got to change he will change my diaper.
Hey, come on.
Listen, sis, when I came out of surgery, one of my homegirls was there, and she said, man, I don't know if you're gonna marry that dude. But the way you look when you woke up out of surgery and he's still like was on you and loving on you, and you look like the way you look. She said, "Oh yeah, he the one." And I was like, "Man, how did I look?" And she showed me a picture, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he the one."
Yeah, see. Thank you both for the transparency. And that is why I said, even though you're single, you all should be tuned into this. Tag your single friends because they need to hear this. This is very, very important. By making sure that you partner with the Holy Spirit, that you partner with God in the process of finding the one that God has for you. Oh, yeah. And that's the problem. We do it on our own. We do it in our flesh, and we just keep ended up bankrupt every time. So, thank you so much for the transparency. It was powerful. I love it. I love it, y'all.
So what's a common, since you all are, well, you got married, in 2017, am I correct? Mm-hmm. So what's a common mistake that newly married couples make?
Oh, I'll take this one. And you know what? Let's even go back further. Let's go back before we even get to the marriage piece, mm-hmm. right?
Okay.
The number one key, and I remember me and my wife had a debate about this at one point until I had to get her to understand this piece. The number one thing in any relationship, I don't care if it's friendship, businessship, kinship, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. The number one thing is you have to master communication. It's key. Yeah. If you master communication, starting from the dating phase, right? Mm-hmm. And here's what I want all of my single people or people who are out there mingling and dating. What I want you to do is I want you to treat the person that you are with as if though you're already married. Mm. And the reason why you do that is what you do is now you're preparing yourself for when you do get married, you're already in a posture. Mm-hmm. Think about military. It's called formation, right? You don't just get into the military and then automatically know that you got to stand still, you don't automatically do that, right? You go through basic training, you go through a boot camp, right? So the dating that you got, that everybody is doing, you need to act as if though you're already married. So you're now equipped and you're prepared to know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So that means what? You have to master communication. Communication is where a lot of marriages fail at. And when I say communication, communicate properly. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. I bought a marriage game, and where myself and my wife have to pull a card on a daily basis, and we do exactly what the card says. So the card may say, the next time that you guys are out, hold hands for the whole day. We're gonna follow that agenda. Why is that? Because now I'm co-creating another bond with my wife that we may have slipped away from because we did it when we first worked together, right? I'm recycling the love that I had from at the very beginning that I still have for her now, because I'm making sure that I'm not just asking, how was your day? Right. What in your day made you feel the way that you feel? What caused you to be angry? Yes. We talk every day about a situation or a category, a topic. There's something, we're always sharing social media posts with one another. So we continuously laugh. So with the communication is always, it's an ongoing thing where we never lie dormant to where we don't communicate at all in a day. When I leave, she got a tracker on my phone. She'll say, where you at, blah. So the communication, we keep it live, right? And then we make sure that we play with each other on a daily basis. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
We have a tracker. Don't do me like the tracker was your idea. We have a tracker. The tracker was your idea.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yes, it was my idea. Why? Because mentally, I want to make sure that she's comfortable in knowing that she can trust me. Right. She's comfortable in knowing that I have nothing to hide. Mm-hmm. She has access to my password. She has access to my bank. I have nothing You want me to tell you why? Because I like to sleep at night.
I know that's right.
I like
Come on,
to be
Peace.
peaceful. I like when my phone can be laid anywhere at any given time.
Yep.
Any of my things I can sleep at night without having to jump up and say, where is my phone? Or what's going on? I don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
Right. And I have to have that kind of lifestyle because I mentor and coach a lot of individuals. So I don't need no headaches, no hiccups, no problems. Right.
Oh, right.
That's the number one thing is communication.
Perfect. You guys, we're getting ready to go to a commercial break. Do not go anywhere. Stay tuned for these announcements and we'll be right back. You don't want to miss this conversation, you guys.
Nick ShaLonda.
Hey, Praise family, meet service disabled Navy veteran Howard Martell. He's a Christian, family man, and business owner of Howard Superstore. Howard, tell us more about the store.
Some of our top sellers include Gen Mink. It's 100% pure mink oil and provides exactly what your skin needs. Gen Java Gourmet Arabica CBD coffee with an unbelievably good taste. Jenny's Roll-On Pain Relief. Gen Health, which supports a healthy immune system. Ultimate Keto Ultimate Body Formula. Gen Pet Max Total Pet Health for cats and dogs. And Gen Ties Clean Hands. We're also super enthused to bring Gen Energy to the consumers. This is a power factor correction unit installed in your home or business, and it absolutely helps reduce high energy bills from power companies.
Learn more about these amazing products. Visit howardsuperstore.com. That's howardsuperstore.com.
There is an exciting new book out named Transition by author Crystal Sauls. This book talks about her changes from childhood to adulthood and other things that happened in her life. This book is also a testament that anyone can turn a negative life into a great life. Transition has recently become a bestseller on Amazon. You will find exciting and realistic reviews about this best-selling book. So, visit thetransitionbook.com and order your autographed copy of Transition today.
Shop Soulful Touch Roses for your personally designed rose at soulfultouchgifts.etsy.com.
Have you ever wanted to host your own inspirational radio show? Have you been called to inspire and spread God's word? Please contact Alicia Rain for more info.
Are you the next great independent artist, but you're looking for a distribution opportunity? Well, sign with us at Praise.fm Music Distribution. Yes, the 2021 Stellar Award-nominated Praise.fm can handle it all. We understand the narrow road leading to getting your music heard at the right time at the right place can be tough. So send your music and video files to fmpraise@gmail.com. That's fmprayz@gmail.com. Praise.fm Music Distribution, affiliated with Sony Music and the Orchard Distributors.
Be on top of the world again. Just hold on to his unchanging hand. Be a part of the plan that he laid out. Live life up till it fade out. Fading, fading, fading away. Fading, fading, fading away.
Give me 5 words with a meaning. Over 10,000 tongues when it sound like screaming. Scenes from the nightlife, whole team glimmering the keys. Both room and a whip for the evening. Midnight air when I breathed in. Feel the devil's breath on my neck like he leaned in. Got her too high, hit a tailspin. Want nobody in the pit with me when I fell in. Caught an L in, jailed in.
Unique Sounds Music Group presents a music fest on Carnival Freedom, January 26th through the 30th, 2023. Sailing from Orlando, Florida to Nassau and Princess Cay, Bahamas. Reserve your spot today with just $25 by contacting booking at uniquesounds.com.
Attention! Music Fest has opened its doors of opportunity for a short period of time to musical talents to perform. For more information about participating in the Music Fest shows, please contact Let's Connect at A2ZChristlife.com or www.praise.fm.
Hey, welcome back to On the Couch with Nick and ShaLonda. Man, look, fire is going on right now, man. Fire with this conversation. Man, this couple, Dr. Casuel and Dr. Ashanti, man, we are just eating up. I'm trying to it's almost like a smorgasbord, like a buffet. Like I'm just trying to just give it to me. Give it to me right now.
Yes.
All the information, financial,
I'm with you.
marriage, everything. I want it all.
We want it all. We want it all. And you guys, I mean, get this information, get what is being poured out. I want to take this time to talk about more of the wealth side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I know in the break, and I always tell everybody, I'm telling you in the break, you guys, we have conversations, and sometimes it's like we already having the conversation without you all.
Like it don't stop.
Right. But I mean, in all transparency, you know, we definitely want to receive more information and more wisdom, you know, from people of God, people of integrity. Kingdom people should not be broke. We should not, poverty is not our portion, and it will not be, right? So it's good to hear from people of God who are blessed in that area of marketplace. And so definitely one of the things is agreement. I'm sure that's a big thing for you all on your wealth journey, right? In entrepreneurial.
Yeah, absolutely. Babe, did you want to take that as far as agreement coming into covenant?
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, you know, the Bible is very clear. How can two walk together, except they agree? And so I believe that in any relationship that's covenant, right? God will always provide a vision. And so in that relationship, when God provides that vision, there's a story my husband tells about a plant being outside of its environment, of how it can really grow. And I want him to share that after I say this. But once God provides that vision, and once you guys come into covenant or agreement, that actually unlocks a door to a supernatural realm that for other people, it could take them 10 years. For you, you could do it in 10 months, just simply because you chose to walk in agreement. And God gives grace to those that walk in agreement, right? God gives grace to those who walk in covenant, where they're not going against the grain, because it's at that time, it's like when we think about those that operate, in wickedness, they're always unified in the fact of carrying out what they need to. Right. It's only on the other side where it's contention and division. And so why is that? Because it slows down the process or the success rate, right? For you to get to that next level. It's only when you decide, let's come together in agreement. And then all of a sudden we begin to quantum leap, to higher dimensions and bounds. And so they tell the story about the plant real quick.
Absolutely. So before I even dive into that, just to kind of piggyback off what my wife was saying, I just want you to really think about this for a second. If you're not agreeing, then the opposite of agreement is dividing, division. So if there is no agreement to a degree, then you're allowing the realm to be open to division, which then causes marriages to go left and right. I don't want to get too deep, but what I will say, if you think about political, we have Democratic and we have Republican, right? Those are divided. We've been divided since day one, right? So I'm not gonna get that deep. But the story about the plant is there was a man a gardener for the most part, who planted a seed in a very nice flower pot, and he decided to sit that flower pot on his front porch, and that flower started to blossom. He watered it, he gave it sunlight, everything was growing good until one day he looked at the plant and said, man, it's been a couple of months and the plant just didn't, it just didn't grow anymore. And, he gave it more water and he gave it more sunlight, and eventually the plant looked as if though it was dying. And the man couldn't understand why. So as he, tried everything he possibly could, he went to the store, he ran across a man of wisdom, didn't know where this man came from. And the man looked at the plant from afar. He wasn't even up by his house. And he said, all you need to do is take the plant and move it in a different position. Take it from the front and put it in the back. And the man said, well, why would I do that? I'm leaving it in the same flower pot. And when he did that, he set the plant in the backyard. And because the plant in the front yard was up against the house, the plant in the backyard, when he set it in the backyard, it now was up against the tree. So the plant understood that I was now in a different environment. So because I was in a different environment, it allowed me to grow even further to the point where the man then finally understood, oh, I have to change the environment of the plant in order for it to grow.
Right.
So I want you guys to think about that in your life. Sometimes when you hit a plateau, sometimes when you feel like you can't go, your environment has to change. And the reason why it has to change is because you have overcame the boundaries or the trials and tribulations. See, that's the problem. Yeah. We think that we don't want to go through the trials and tribulations, that we don't want to go through the error. I'm here today to tell you that if you do not go through the trial, there will be no error.
Come on.
So that means that if there is no error, then there is no correction. Then if there is no correction, then there is no growth, right? So you have to go through these things in order for you to know what to do if this thing occurs or comes up and blindsides you, and then it hurts you worse than it would if you would have learned it at an earlier phase, which is I'm glad that God had allowed me to go through my trial and error. That's because the wisdom that I've gained from that allows me to look at life differently when I'm going through different situations or circumstances come up, right? I'm mature enough to understand and say, okay, let me weigh my options, right? People don't understand that, wealth is not about having a lot of money. It's about having a lot of options, right? So for me, I want to make sure that I have enough options to maintain and obtain the wealth that God has given me, because if my options are limited, so is my wealth.
Wow.
Come on now,
man. Hey, so in the break, I had talked about, we said that, the next half of the show is going to be more about financial understanding and financial awareness. And I think one of the questions that I had, and you kind of just touched on it just a little bit just now, you said that, wealth provide options. Okay. So for any young couple, newly married, either that or somebody single, but really just for anybody, period. What's the biggest key to building wealth that you can give to us? Or even you said that wealth is options. What's the key to building options?
Yeah. And I'm glad that you asked that question. So here's the thing. I want everybody to really think about this for a second. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. I'll say it again because I want you to really catch what I'm saying. Don't become a person of success, because if you become a person of success, you're chasing the dream, right? You're not allowing the dream to cultivate and grow from within. It's not authentic. But see, if you become a person of value, right? I had to reverse the reverse psychology. I had to reverse the mindset of saying, oh man, I want the nice car. I want the nice house. But see, let me explain something to you. It's not about what you drive and it's not about what you live in. It's about maintaining it.
That's right.
See, when I drive my car, it's not, oh man, it's a nice car. You're right, it is, but the oil change is $880. Would you like to take a shot at it?
That's right.
Right? So again, don't try to become a person of success, become a person of value.
Right.
And when you become a person of value, you start to create a multitude of options, right? Because what does value do? I can create value in wanting to be a guru in cryptocurrency. I can create value in wanting to be a guru in real estate. I can create value of wanting to be a guru in credit, right? So you have to not become a person of success, but become a person of value.
Yes,
Excellent.
absolutely. Excellent. Yes. Oh, look at these comments. Ahmad Smith said, you got to stay authentic. Got to stay authentic.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So Dr. Ashanti, so we know that you do credit building, and you help people with the credit and stuff. What's a common mistake that people make with their credit?
Oh man, that's a good question. And so here's the thing, in school, nobody taught us about credit. You know what I'm saying? They taught us about, math and science, but nobody thought that it was going to be important to teach us about credit. And so one of the biggest things is, the financial literacy of understanding what goes into having a great credit score. And so one of the, I would say one of the greatest lessons that I can teach in probably under 10 seconds is whatever is being reported to your credit, pay it on time, because if you do not, you will lose up to 155 points. So that means if it's your car note, if it's your credit card, if it's a secured line of credit, if it's reporting to the credit bureaus, if you miss one late payment, that is 35% of your score, which equates to 155 points. So for somebody that's watching, they're like, man, no wonder my score dropped 100 points because I didn't make my payment on time. Like, that's something that's huge. And so, 35% is payment history, 30% is utilization. So, if you've got a lot of credit cards, you want to use them, but they are never meant for you to use them without ever paying off. Like credit cards specifically, you should always pay them off when they're due. And if you don't, at least get it down to that 0 to 11%. So check this out. You miss a late payment on your credit card, that's 35%, that's 155 points. Then you max it out, right? So let's say the limit is 1,000 and your balance is like 900. So that's another 30%, which is 140 points. So that's almost 200, right? That's almost 280 points, 290 points that you're looking at that you could lose. That's 65% of a deficit just by making one late payment and maxing out your card. So that would be done, and it can't be, it can't be changed, meaning that the very next month, if you make your payments on time, doesn't negate the fact that you missed the late payment last month, right?
Right.
Now you can change the utilization, meaning that if you maxed out your card this month, when it's due next month and you pay it off, your score can definitely go up drastically. But to answer your question, the two biggest stressors on your credit, payment history and then utilization. So that's 35% for payment history and then 30% for utilization. So that alone is 65%. So if you don't get a handle on that right now, it's almost like bondage or slavery virtually, right? Because right now you may be at a 760. You miss a payment and you max out a card, you can be down to 480. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, that's what I would say if I wanted to like really help somebody understand, because the power of credit, check this out. There are banks that with a credit score of a 720, okay, that you can walk in with no money in your pocket and walk out with a line of credit up to $2 million. That's power. That's power.
That's power.
No money in your pocket, no money in your bank account. You just got a good credit score. And so people don't understand how powerful credit is. So to answer your question, that's definitely something that we as individuals in our community need to understand.
What I love is the fact that you guys are mentors. You guys are mentors, and you pour into people and you educate them to build wealth. And because where the economy is right now, a lot of people are discouraged. A lot of people don't know whether to buy a home right now, whether to continue investing. Are they pulling out their 401ks? Is crypto, is Bitcoin, is any of this even make any sense anymore? Is there anything that, any encouragement that you can give people about what's going on right now? I know one of the things that I've always believed is that, kingdom people, we don't, we're recession proof, I say, right? But all that comes too with a dismantling a poverty mindset. Is there anything that you can pour into the people of God that can be of encouragement?
Absolutely. So because I am a certified blockchain financial advisor, I will, stress the fact that stop listening to the YouTube people, stop listening to the news station individuals that are non-educated about the industry, right? Whales like myself in the cryptocurrency space understand that this market for us is a buyer's market. And let me explain something to you. The problem is, and my wife spoke about this when she preached this about a week ago, your words have power.
Amen.
So as you think it and you say it, so it becomes, right? I'm paraphrasing here. However, the mentality should be education. Allow me to find out what caused this. See, we immediately go to the negative, right? It's like a human reaction. Something happens, immediately we shift and we go to a negative mindset, body language, and tone. Those are the three elements that causes the whole trajectory of something to change in your decision making, right? It starts from the mind, then we say it, then the way we walk and talk about it, it shifts, right? So the encouragement would be educate yourself more on what's actually happening,
right?
And then start putting yourself in a position. If any of my listeners are listening today, any of the listeners that are listening on this live today, if you do not have an investment portfolio of some sort, please reach out to me and allow me to at least direct you into a lane of education, right? You don't have to go with me. You don't have to do what I say, but allow me to at least educate you, to give you some sort of platform to start doing your due diligence to say, oh, okay, I didn't know about this, right? Because the Bible says that we perish from the lack of what?
Knowledge. Yeah. That's right.
So if we don't put ourselves in position to get the knowledge, then we're putting ourselves in position to destroy ourselves. That's what my advice would be.
Yes, sir. Dr. Ashanti, can you share some words of encouragement to the body, to somebody out there who may be struggling? And it doesn't even have to be financial. It could be, a situation, that just it has impacted them, in their family. Marriage might not be going as well. Just somebody that's out there struggling. Can you give them some words of encouragement?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that where we are, just from an economy standpoint, just from where the world is right now, there are a lot of people that are facing situations of where depression is at an all-time high, anxiety, suicide. And so people are walking away from their God-given talents, their God-given dreams, and their God-given purpose, because it looks like we are without hope. The enemy would have us to believe that we are at a social, economic, chaotic system. And so I believe, as my sister said earlier, as the kingdom, we are recession-proof. And it's not necessarily because of the resources we possess, but it is because of the source that we are connected to, and understanding that if we put ourselves in a position where we understand that God says that we are co-heirs, that means that there is an inheritance. That means that there is an inheritance. And so when we understand that there is an inheritance, that is being released from heaven. We don't have to wait like everybody else waits. And so for those of you that are watching that are unsure of what is to come, you're unsure of what's going on with your finances, with your marriage, in your family, with your children, I want you to understand that if God be for you, it does not matter who comes against you. And you have to declare, make a declaration today that listen, you've got to make a declaration today that you understand that if God started something, he is more than able to complete it. The Bible says that he will perfect everything that concerns you. So that means that you don't have to worry about lack. You don't have to worry about delay. You don't have to worry about being let down, being sabotaged. And so stop being in a place where you are self-condemning yourself. Stop being stop self-sabotaging, because I believe that the season that we're in, God is no longer going to allow those to sabotage themselves. Why? Because you are misrepresenting the kingdom of God, because he says that you are royal. He says that you are first and not last. He says that you are no longer a victim, but he has changed your name to be victorious. And so in this season, as you declare and as you say unto God, God, listen, I don't have the resources. I don't have the skill set. I don't even have the financial stability to do what I believe you want me to do. But what I do have is a yes. I do have a solid yes in my system, and I will commit to this yes as long as you do what you said that you're going to do. And I believe that if you get enough people that are willing to just give God a yes, we can watch God do exactly what he's been waiting to do, because there's a verse in the Bible that talks about the sufferings of this present time. That means that the adversity, the obscurity, the things that we're going through in this present time will in no way compare to the glory of God that will be revealed. And we think about 2 seconds, I only need 2 seconds. When we think about David was a shepherd boy working on the back in a farm on a field. Nobody knew who he was. There was no social media. There was no network. There were no resources. But here it is. He's working on the back of the field, and Prophet Samuel said, none of these fit the description of the next king. There is a king. Do you have another son? And the Bible says in Proverbs that if a man is diligent about his business, he will be brought before great kings and not obscure men, which means that if you remain diligent, if you remain consistent, dedicated, if you remain in a place where you continue to go forward and do all that you know how to do despite the circumstance, there will be a time when you will be brought before people with great platforms. There's 8 billion people in the world. God don't need the people that know you to bless you. He can put your name in somebody's mind across the world, in another country, another city or state, and they will pick up the phone and say, I don't know you from Adam, but what I do know is that the God that I serve put your name on my mind and my heart and told me to reach out and let you know that I'm supposed to bless you. So for those of you that are watching and you've been waiting to get to this next place in God, I want to encourage you to stay diligent. I want to encourage you to stay focused. Do not move. Do not move. Stay focused, because in this season, God is rewarding those who are diligent about their business. So whatever dream you got, whatever vision you got, whatever it is that you've been sitting on the back, write the book, launch the business, start the conference, whatever it is that God told you to do it today, so that way he can meet you. You can't expect God to build a table when you ain't listen, I said 2 seconds, I'm done. I want y'all to stay focused. Stay focused in this season, because God is doing something amazing. He's a rewarder of those that diligently seek him.
Yes, he is. My God. Y'all don't want it to end.
Well,
listen.
Well, that's what the old people say when they being blessed. They just well.
Listen. I woo! Hallelujah. You know what? We're going to let y'all go, people. And we're going to keep the man and woman of God for ourselves offline.
Look, next time we're going to do y'all one at a time. We're going to do Dr. Casuel one time, and then Dr. Ashanti the next time.
Listen, no, this is a whole...
too much info going on here.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, please tell the people. My God, I don't even want to leave that place. Okay. Okay, so look, where can the people find you guys?
Absolutely. So you can definitely find me on all social media platforms. Dr. Casuel Pitts. That's Casuel now. But you can find me on all social media platforms. I'm all over. I am all over social media. Right? I'm all over the world with traveling and being a servant for God and leading His people in the financial wealth sector, and then also in the marriage sector as well. Again, I just want to see my people prosper. Amen. But the only way that you can prosper, I'll leave it with my quote: coming together is the beginning, sticking together is progress, but working together is success.
Amen.
Yes. Yes. And then I'm Ashanti Odom on all platforms, and even if you Google, like it'll come up. I thank God that I'm Google.
Come on.
So that's how you got to find me.
I thank God I'm Googleable. Come on.
That's a real life lesson.
It is.
I'm not being prideful about it. I'm just being serious. Like I remember, this is a real quick 2-second story. My son was like, "Mom, we were at school and I Googled you," and all the kids was like, "Man, your mama famous." So when he told me I was Googled, I'm like, "Boy, you lying." I'm Google. I'm in the Google streets now.
Come on. I heard that. Come on. Google me, you guys. If you missed those links, Google the Pitts, okay? Google Dr. Casuel Pitts, Dr. Ashanti Odom, all on social media platforms, you guys. And you guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Hey, we're going to play a song by Quandra Banks.
Quandra Banks.
Big lips, sorry.
He got big lips, he can't help it. So please stay tuned, and you guys download that new single, The Woman of God is powerful. Yes. You guys, you don't want to miss it. So thank you so much for joining us tonight on The Couch with Nick and ShaLonda. Be blessed, fam. Night.
Be out.
The heavens are open. Worship is flowing. We cry out to you. 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 The heavens
are tuned in to that praisey station, Praise.fm, where we get our praise on.